Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're an oldie but a goodie, welcome back. We're doing our daily budget with Count Our Coins. So if you like watching these kind of videos, keep on watching. Alright guys, so today is May 31st. And we have maybe a few things that came in, hopefully. Because it's the last day of the month. You guys know some stuff don't clear until actually tomorrow, which is fine. But a few things did come in. So today is May 31st, but the stuff that cleared is from yesterday, May 30th. And we have a deposit from the side hustle, 40 bucks. And then the rest of the bills, technically, that we need to come out. We have this one and this one. And we also have the big one, the mortgage. So we're all cleared with everything from the bills. All the bills are cleared. And then the only thing that has not cleared is the check. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to balance out everything and start our new month for June. So our balance is 40.73.48 plus the 40.1348. And then I'm gonna add the check that has not cleared. So I got 14. So we're gonna do the Austin. It's 14.35948. So as of today, May 31st, I match clearly to what I have in the bank by adding the check back. Now, the other good thing is actually, let's see. Well, you know what? If we wait till tomorrow, I even have the check that's gonna clear tomorrow. I guess it's like pending because it's a big amount. It's 10,000. So I'm pretty sure the bank probably wants to make sure everything is okay. Plus I have my last paycheck and all that stuff. So we'll wait till tomorrow to do all the closing and all that stuff. And I can show you how I start a new month. But as of right now, we do balance. Everything is there. Then for the sinking funds, it's like so weird because depending on technically, like tomorrow's the 1st, but the stuff came in today, which is the 31st, and then it says pending, which is so weird. All right, so 5:30, I got my deposit, which is our other 1080. That's direct deposited. And then maybe we can close out and start this one, 1080. Since we don't have anything else. Let's see. So I can close out and do our sinking funds for June. So let's do that. Here is our ending balance for June. Nothing else came in. Everything else cleared. So all of the envelopes should be fine. And then we're going to do June. Now, I'm going to see what color do I want to do June. I've been using, actually, my the colors from my envelopes. We're gonna use yellow. We haven't used yellow. And the first thing I do is I create the month. So let's see. Let's create the month. I also have a view today. Somebody's supposed to come in to view the house. So now we're just gonna put the dates for June. So it starts Sunday the 1st and then go from there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and then is 30 for the Monday. So I'll just put a dare on the top. We're supposed to have somebody come to view the house. And then the rest, I'm going to start putting what they are. So this is June debt tracker. Do I have a full page? Yes. You know, yesterday I was thinking about changing the size of the book. But I don't know. I don't know. This is June. So I'm just going to put the month in every single page. So we can know what month we're playing with. And this is all June. Let's change it up a little bit. June. 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 And June. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna prepare is highlighting my envelopes. If you do everything now, then later on you don't have to worry about it. Especially since, you know, it becomes more crazy when you're trying to close everything. So I'm just gonna highlight all of my, whichever ones I have. So I'm just setting up my June, basically is what I'm doing. After a while, you start recognizing, you remember the colors. I've been doing this for years. So it becomes memory, right? Muscle memory. Is that what they call it? Muscle memory of my colors and what they signify, what my colors signify. And it's so funny because actually it's not funny, but it's part of it, right? When you highlight what you're spending in a color, it sort of tells you, right, that you're overspending on something. So whenever I look at like a register, I can tell that I'm overspending on something because of the color. Put this on vibrate. Then I'm gonna write down what they are. So I have groceries, taxes, membership, car, Christmas, clothes, home, medical, and other. Then the other one I want to do is, I'm going to do this one as well and get it ready. So I have groceries, taxes, memberships, car, Christmas, clothes, home, medical, and other. All right. Now the other thing I do want to do is this category I don't do because sometimes I do end up adding. Hold on, Campbell is calling me. All right, no one has showed up yet, so we can continue. But I do have to stop eventually. So I wasn't going to do this, but I might as well. I have income. So I like to do it in order. Income, bills, debt, donation, home, savings, and I think we have one more. So you're usually just grabbing whatever is here and putting it here. You're just bringing it over the next month. Bank fees is the new one that we have. All right. Because don't forget, we're closing May and we're starting June. So you're just bringing everything sort of over to the next month. Got to keep an eye on the front door. This, I have to go in now and I'm going to go, actually, I can write them down. No, I can't write them down. I'm going to write them in a sticky note, actually, and go online and get them now. And then I'll be back. Alright, so I just remembered that this section I can't do until the 16th when all the statements are actually available. So this one I have to wait. But we can go ahead and do this portion of it and put all of our bills actually on the monthly view in June. So on the first we have VEC. And it's supposed to be $24. Then I had WPCA on the 12th. And I'm doing these in order because I had to go in and get the amount. Alright, so now life insurance on the 5th. These are always the same amount. Then we have Best Buy, UI. Yep. They're here. Okay, they're here. Alright, people are gone. So let's continue writing our bills for June. We were on the second week. The 9th would be Progressive, 161.06. The 11th would be Ford at 497. WPCA. The 15th we have TL 2130. What is TL? Oh, Twin Lakes. Twin Lakes. Actually, I don't know what Twin Lakes is. Let's go look. Alright. Found out what Twin Lakes is. Auto pay. For June. Wow. Really? Okay, Mr. Campbell is gonna have to look into that one. It's 6130. Ooh. That's so high. Bill history. Gonna have to view that bill, bro. $61. That's the internet. The 17 is gonna be the 21st mortgage, which is TN, the Tennessee mortgage. Then the 20th, I have Marcus, 61096, Green Sky, 305. My battery is dying. Southern Connecticut gas is 132. I got Frontier at 59.99. Vivint, it's our security system, 27.25. On the 27th, I have life insurance for 33.95. 100 for Tide. And the 30th, we have 1003. 1483. I don't know. Prime. Loaves. 150. And I have the Shell Point, which is CT Mortgage. 2011. 84. Let me change the battery. Be right back. All right, guys. So once you have all of your bills in your monthly order, we're gonna leave the debt tracker for around the 16th of the month. Here is my main account. So I'm just gonna put main account, and what I can get started here is I'm gonna do June 1st, and this is the balance that I'm bringing over. But clearly right now we don't know till tomorrow, but at least I can get it started. And then what I'm going to do with this is go one by one, actually, and set them up here and put them here. Sorry. In the order that they're supposed to come out. So obviously the first one is VEC, and the amount is $24. The only thing I cannot do clearly is I am not able to do the balance part of it, but I know that all these bills are gonna come out clearly. Eventually, right? Like this is the budgeting part of my book. So this is where you do your budgeting. So now I'm going to take out my life insurance. Then I have Best Buy, 150. I have UI, 231. The next thing over is Progressive, 161.06. Then I have the Ford. And this is the order that they're actually going to come out when they hit the bank. So don't forget my budget. Clearly, I have it 1 month ahead of time. We saved enough money to be able to do this. To do it 1 month ahead. Twin Lakes. Can't believe this thing is $61. Apparently, we ran out of the promos. TN Mortgage, 1130.10. Marcus, 610.96. Green is 305. $305. Southern Connecticut gas is 132. Frontier is 59.99. Frontier Vivint is 27.25. Okay, TN 24. Vivint 27.25. Then I have life insurance again for $33.95. And then we have Tide. Then we have CT Home 2011.84. Our taxes went up, so our mortgage clearly changed. Let me confirm that. That is still 2011.84. And then we have Lowe's at 150. All right, so I want to say it's still the same. Our taxes went up, so our mortgage went up clearly. I want to say I don't think it's gonna change because of the, I want to say it was the taxes. All right, so now I wrote everything down. The only ones I did not write down was the debt, some of the debt, which is the 3 credit cards. And that I'm going to wait for when we get our balance to see how much we're going to throw to each one. The other thing I can do is, clearly we can do this. June 1st, we're going to bring our balance over. Actually, we can do our sinking funds, and then this is our sinking funds. We can close our sinking funds because nothing else is coming over. So the first thing you have to do is we balance to the bank. So that's the balance that's coming over to June. So we're going to go here and put my balance is 43.76.54. Then the next thing you want to do is we need to see how much we spent on each envelope. So you're going to bring your balance to your balance tab. So 271.76, 10/30/14, 33.27. This one is 7/20/73. Your 5/28/79, 2101 to every single one of your envelopes. This one is -650.74. Your 258.12 and your 346. Now we're gonna fund our envelope. So for the month, I fund other 100. Medical is 260. Home is 335. Clothes is 130. Christmas is 170. Car is $470. Membership is $60. Taxes is $180 that I fund. And groceries is $455. Now, for this part, don't forget, I think on video on how to use this budget, I think after the second or third video shows you how you're supposed to figure out your sinking funds. Now, sinking funds, let's not forget, is something that happens that you don't plan that's gonna happen. And technically, you're supposed to plan for everything when you're budgeting. So, as life has passed us by, we've been doing this since 2017. I have tweaked my envelopes constantly. I want to say I tweak them almost every year, because depending on the circumstance, depends on my envelope. So I want to say, like my husband right now is getting disability. He's not getting his full paycheck, so we're trying to not use as much as we can, but we also, our circumstances, we're trying to finish up the house in Tennessee and finish up that portion of it. So you need to go back and figure out what you want your sinking funds to be and how much you're gonna fund it. That's something that you need to figure out for the size of your home, the amount you get paid, what sinking funds you want to have. Is all based on you and your family. You can't go by what I do with mine, because for all I know, you don't celebrate Christmas. For all I know, you don't need 130 every month for clothing because you don't have any kids. So you cannot go by what I have on my sinking funds. All right. So that being said, there is a lot of information on the web. So if you want to know like a certain percentage that you should be spending, there is a lot out there that people believe of a percentage you should have. I follow half Dave Ramsey. That's how I started this journey. So usually he also has a percentage, a budget percentage that I'll link below for like housing and food and donation. Obviously, we're Christian. We believe the 10% for donation, whether it's household goods or money before taxes. There's also a percentage for, I don't think there's a percentage for food per se. I say per person, it all based on inflation. Like I used to believe that food was about 150 per person. Not no more. I mean, inflation has gone so crazy that you cannot do 150 per person, because food budget, food out there has increased. So do your homework, just so you can know what's based on your family. If you're not too sure, my suggestion is always try to figure it out every month, month by month. Go back, check your sinking funds. If you're short, clearly you're not funding enough, and try to work it that way. We did it for a few years where we had to reduce the budget, a certain envelope, and next thing you know, the following year we had to increase the budget. So it's all based on, you have to figure out what you want for you and your family. So that being said, let's go back to this. Now you have to go back and let's total our budget here. So 271.76 plus 455 that I am funding for June. My new balance is 726.76 for groceries. Taxes, we had 1030.14 and we're funding 180. So our new balance is 1210.14. 33.27 for memberships, and we're adding 60. I have 93.27. The car, 720.73 plus 470. I now have 1190.73. For Christmas, 528.79 plus 170. I have 698.79. Close, 2101 plus 130. I now have 151.01. And home, we were negative 650.71. We want to fund 335. This leaves us with negative 315.74 for home. 258.12 plus 260. 518.12 for medical. 346 plus the 100 is 103.46. So those are my new numbers for June. So these are your beginning balances for your June envelopes. So now I'm going to go into my sinking funds for June, and we're going to fund our envelopes. So here is the line of your balance of your sinking fund. So my other is 103.46 that I'm starting with. Medical is 518.12. Home is negative 315.74. Clothing is 151.01. Christmas 698.79. Car is 1190.73. Membership is 93.27. Taxes is 1210.14. Then groceries is 726.76 to begin with. So these are all my beginning balances for June. Now to close my May sinking fund and to see how much I actually spent for the month in each envelope, you have to take your balance from the bottom. So you're going to take the 271.76 and you're going to subtract your beginning balance, 771.25. And the number you get is how much you spent in groceries. So we spent in groceries $449.49. Oh, sorry, $499.49. Now you're going to do the same thing for all the envelopes. This one I know is 60 that we spent. Membership, you're going to take the 33.27 and subtract your beginning balance. 155.51 is what we spent for membership. Car, you're going to take the 720.73 minus your 1431.67, and we spent 710.94. Christmas, it should be the 528.79 minus the 617.48. I spent 88.69. Then we have clothing, 2101 minus the 522.30, 501.29. Home, we spent a lot. Home will be the 650 that was negative 74 plus the whatever beginning balance you had. Because that was a lot of money. And we spent $823.78. Medical was $258.12 minus the $597.41. We spent $339.29. Now other was $346 minus $282.30. We spent $278.84. Right? All right, so I also want to explain some stuff. Our current spending, some of this stuff seems like it's overboard. But I did take some of the funding of these envelopes and I did pay down one of my debts. So we took, I think it was 1,600 total from every envelope, and we paid down a debt right here. So you can either reduce that amount or add it back in, like reduce. It says 200 in the groceries for that debt. You can reduce it by the 200. So like if you want to reduce it, I'm not going to, but if you wanted to, you do the $4.99 and reduce it by the 200. We actually spent only $299.49 in groceries, because the 200 went to debt. You could if you want to, but I'm not going to. I'm gonna leave them as it is because right now we're not stabilized because of Tennessee. Once next year rolls around, I revisit all my envelopes anyways, but next year I can revisit once Tennessee is over with and we don't have no major expenses and that kind of stuff, and if we're out of debt, then I can do a different funding for each envelope basically. But I'm not doing that. So I'm just gonna go forward as if I did spend this money. And what you do is you're adding the prior month with your current month. And this is your new total that you have spent so far. Now, if you take that number and you divide it by the amount of months, which is 5, I get 400. So I'm already overfunding this envelope. And that's sort of like a way you can keep track of how you're funding your envelopes to see if it's actually a good number for you. You can actually divide it by the amount of months that has passed. Or you can wait and do it twice a month. You can do it quarterly. You can do it once a year. Right now, we do it once a year. When I first started, I did it quarterly. I did it monthly. As soon as I had my tally, I would divide by the amount of months that had passed by just to make sure we were funding the correct amount. Now, the amount that I direct deposit was correct, but I had to switch around, do less for one. So if membership was too high, right? Let's do 554.42 divided by 5. According to this, I should be funding $110 and I'm only doing 60. So this one is shortened. If I do 375 divided by 5, technically taxes as of right now, I am way overfunding my taxes because it says 75, but I funding 180. So if I knew, obviously I'm not gonna do it, but I know I'm underfunding membership by $40, I would reduce the 180 by 40 on the taxes and I would put it in the membership. So I want to say we did that for a couple of times until some of the numbers came out correct. you know, or I want to say my direct deposit has not changed in the past year. I think last year we did change it. We funded a little bit more because we knew we wanted to do more for the home bucket because we were doing the Tennessee home. But like next year, if we fully do move out of state and we end up in Tennessee, I don't need to fund my home $335 a month. I might have to change the direct deposit for less instead of the amount that we have. But as of right now, we've been leaving it alone because it's okay. So you technically should be doing this if you're starting every single like month and divided by the amount of months. So like the 639.84 divided by 5. According to this, I should do other 127, but other is extra money because we no longer have Nina. So like I left it alone. I left the direct deposit alone, but I could have reduced my direct deposit by $100 instead of just putting it under other. Like right now, I want to say this one technically shouldn't be there. My medical, I am overfunding my medical. Or yeah, you see, my medical is overfunding. Like right now, it says I should be at 167, but I have it at 260 because medical is kind of iffy. You know, one year you could be really sick, and another year you can be perfectly fine. So I leave medical alone. So now what happens is this number, let's go back to what we were doing. This video is going to be long. These number is what's going to be on your prior month in your June balances. So like right now, groceries is $1944.79. And this is the balance that you're beginning with for each one. For each of your envelopes. Now, the reason I decided to put what you're funding here is because I do switch around my amounts. I think it's 25. I can't talk and write at the same time. 22869. 746.04. 2277.70. 837.68. And the last one, 639.84. So let's say you did decide to reduce your taxes and put it to membership, then here's where you can make that change. Obviously, that's not what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to continue the same amount to fund each envelope in June, the same amount I've been funding them. But here is where you can make that change before the month begins. So if you were going to reduce one and put it in another, this is where you can put that number. So when you're funding your envelope at the end of June, you can remember to go back and look that you have decided to change the funding on that envelope. But I'm not doing that. We're leaving it alone. And I believe that's all we can do today because we have to wait for tomorrow. The debt tracker, I can't do this, is based on your statements. So whenever your statements come in that you have all of them and you're able to look at your balances, this is where you do your, this is when you do your debt tracker. All of my statements with the amount available are not all available until like June 16th, on the 16th of every month. So usually on the 16th of every month is where I do my, so I'll write it down here, debt tracker. This is the time that I can actually go in and look at all my balances. Then for June, obviously I get paid on Friday, so it'll be here. And this is a Monday, so I'll get paid here. We also get another amount here, here, every Monday, here, here, and I'm pretty sure, I believe I get a side hustle and Lexton's disability on the 5th. And those are the times that I get paid, that if I want to keep an eye on it, I could. You can also highlight it so it can come out or pop out, so you can pay attention that that's when your stuff comes in. Also, you can highlight the debt tracker in a different color, just so you can know that the debt tracker is actually something that you have to go back and fill out. So we'll do that together when that time comes. And then tomorrow we'll finish up the rest. So I don't think I need to record me doing any February or March, I think. Because I believe we have enough for a video today. Thank you for watching. God bless. Don't forget to subscribe. Give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions, just write them in the comment below. I will reply as soon as I'm available. But I will check you guys out on the next one. Bye.